Guys, so for today's video we're going to do some equations of lines. So we're going to do 4 graphs and then just write some others out. We'll start here. We're going to do these 4 graphs, so remember the first thing you need to do is always write your equation. Y equals mx plus b, and we're going to fill in these blanks with the slope and the y-intercept. So first things first, we need to locate the y-intercept. So we're going to go over here to the y-axis and find the point where the line crosses. So that would be right here. So I'm going to draw a point. And the number that this crosses is 5. So it goes up from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my y-intercept is actually 5, positive 5. So I'm going to put a 5 right there. The ordered pair for this is 0, 5. Okay? Now, the second step is to use the stacking method to find the number that needs to go in the other blank. So we have one point already, 0, 5. And we have a couple options of other points we can use. It just needs to be somewhere that's like on the grid, not in the middle of any squares. It needs to be like on the lines. Like this one right here is good. And you could also use this one. So I think I'll just use the one closest. It's -2 and +4. Okay. Now using the stacking method, I'm going to subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. 0 minus -2 is 2. So after you subtract, you need to go ahead and make your fraction. So remember the 1 goes on top and the 2 goes on bottom. So your slope is going to be 1/2, 1 over 2. So this whole number, the whole fraction, is going to go in this blank. 1 over 2. So your equation will be y equals 1/2 x plus 5, where 1/2 is the slope and 5 is the y-intercept. Okay, let's try number 18. The equation we're going to write is y equals blank x plus blank. Okay. First thing to do is find the y-intercept. So again, go to the y-axis. And it's right here. This point right here. So the y-intercept for this one, here's 0 in the middle. It's down 1, so it's -1. So I'm going to put a -1 right here where the y-intercept goes. The coordinate for that would be 0, -1, and we do need one more ordered pair. So we have this one already, the y-intercept, and then we also have one right here we can use. One here you can use. So any one of those two will be fine. So I'm just going to use the first one that we had, which is +2 and -4. 2, -4. So we're going to use those 2 points to stack and subtract to find our slope. Subtract, subtract. -1 minus -4 is +3. And 0 minus 2 is -2. Now I make my fraction. The number on the right goes top, 3 over -2. And that fraction is our slope, and it will go in the first blank. Just like that. So your equation is y equals 3 over -2x plus -1, or you would really not put the plus sign since it's negative, just -1. Okay, moving on. Go ahead and write your equation. Y equals blank x plus blank. Find your y-intercept. So go to your y-axis, and it crosses the y-axis right here. That's +4. So 0, 4. Put the 4 there. Now we need another point. So we got one here, so let's find another one. Some lines have more than others. So this one just has one place. So the only spot on this line that lines up with the x line and the y line is here. And it's positive 3, negative 3. Okay. Now let's subtract. 4 minus negative 3 is 7. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Go ahead and make your fraction. This number goes on top, change in y, 7 over negative 3. And your equation is y equals 7 over negative 3x plus 4. Okay, let's try another one. Y equals blank x plus blank. Let's find our y-intercept first. Right here. Crosses the y-axis at negative 2. So put the negative 2 there. And the ordered pair for that is 0, negative 2. So the other point that we can use is we could use this one. Or, hi, this one is a good one. And I think we could also use this one. So take your pick. As long as it's on the grid and it's lined up with the x line and the y line. Can't be in the middle of any squares. So let's use this one. This is positive 1 and positive 1. That's an easy one. And let's subtract. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. Make your fraction. Negative 3 over negative 1 equals 3. Remember, when you have a negative on the top and the bottom, it becomes positive. So we get y equals 3x plus negative 2. But like I said, when it's negative, you don't have to put the plus sign, just minus 2. Okay. Now they give us the slope and the y-intercept, and we're just going to fill in the blanks and write the equation. So y equals blank x plus blank. Now the the spot that's connected to x, that's where the slope goes. So this fraction, negative 6 over 5, goes in the first blank. And the second spot, that's where the y-intercept goes, so like at the end. So this is a positive 1, so we just put plus 1. That's it. You just fill in the blanks. It's easy. Y equals negative 4/3 x. Now, since the y-intercept is 0, you don't need to write anything. You don't have to put plus 0. That's redundant. You just leave it like that. Okay. Number 29, y equals negative 1x, but you would just put negative x. Remember, the 1 is invisible. Negative x, and then plus 0, like I said, you don't need to write, so you can just leave it. Y equals negative 1x. Okay, 31. Y equals 1/2 x plus 1. Super easy. Just filling in the blanks. And 33, y equals 5 over 4x minus 5. So your slope goes here, your y-intercept goes here, and that is it. All right, see you guys tomorrow.